Picture this. A quiet scene. A forest in the morning. We hear birds gently chirping. We follow a fox cub as it zigzags through the underbrush. As we slowly emerge from the forest, we track across a frozen field. All here is dead still. Not a sound can be heard. It's as if the world itself is holding its breath. Then we see chaos! Dead horses and dead bodies lay frozen, stuck to the ground in some sick tableau. Corpses littered everywhere! It's 1918, and we're in the German trench with Private Nevis. No! Corporal Nevis. The legend that is Nevis. It's a vicious war zone. We hear cries of death and pain. As a bomb goes off, the ground explodes from mortar shells. Over the man to the right comes a horde of 100 soldiers. The battle rages on, and General Nevis is no longer in the trench with his men. He has retreated to his bunker and is chewing on a sausage. He updates his journal. Soldier's log. It's been 3 years of hard fighting. My sister Rusna pinched me again at breakfast. I tried out in protest, but again, no one listened. The woes of being the middle child. I hold it in, bottle it up, store it to be used at a later date. Rusna will pay. Someday. I look to my younger brother Kiras for support. Oh, Kiras. He just smiles in that innocent way of his. I would never pinch Kiras. Would I? Will I one day become the pincher? To pinch someone younger than you is a crime that should be punished by death! I will never pinch Kiras. I remember when Kiras was born, like it was yesterday. Kiras' birth was a glorious day in our household. I wasn't even jealous of being usurped as the baby in the family. On the contrary, I was excited. Finally, a new recruit, a young mind who I could mold in my own image. I wasn't even angry that he stole my best friend who wants to play with a baby more than me. I loved Kiras. It was all I could ask for in a younger brother. He was the best. Hi. How are we doing today? Good?
No, you're so bad.
Oh, God, really? Well, I'm trying. My name is Kwaku. Neelis was my host. And Neelis loves war history. Okay, I'll tell you about Neelis. So Neelis is from a family of 5, including mum and dad. His mum is Aista and his dad is Rumanas. Aista and Rumanas had named their kids after the elements. Rusna, the pincher, the eldest, is 14. And her name symbolises the earth. She represents a lovely town in Lithuania called Rusna. Neelis is the middle child. He's 10. And he's named after the Nile. So his element is water. The youngest brother, Kiras, is 6. And his name represents the air. He is named after a magnificent bird, a seagull. Me, my family, I'm from 4 boys, and I'm the eldest. So there's 2 Ghanaian names and 2 Irish names. So it's perfect symmetry. So it's Kwaku, Baila, Kwesi, and Lee. KF. And I'll tell you, there was a lot more pinching going on in my house. I am the eldest, and I ruled with an iron fist. I was like the destructive cyborg in the strongest battlegrounds. I instilled fear in my annoying younger brothers. I don't even remember being excited when my younger, cuter brother arrived. No. In fact, Some of my earliest memories of me just looking into his cot, staring through those bars with malice in my heart, plotting ways to get rid of the cute one. I've recently been made a father, and my son, Kwesi Bree, actually shares a birthday with Niamh's. What are the chances? Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes! Aista. Aista is Niamh's mum. She works in a nursing home and is doing a master's in health and informatics. She has 3 degrees already, 2 in nursing and 1 in public health science. And even though she's studying and working, she still has time to bake and read books on astrology. She's a lovely woman, and I was so lucky to be allowed into her house. When I entered, it was like stepping into a time portal. There's loads of gold paintings and frames on every wall. And in the sitting room, I could see black and white photos and a cabinet with old clocks and memorabilia. I was drawn to a picture of Niamh's dad, Ramanas, when he was a kid. It's black and white, and he looks the perfect split of Niamh's and Kira's. Niamh's wants to have his hair cut like his dad in that photo, and have his picture taken in black and white. Niamh's loves all things that are old and that have history and class. Speaking of which, I see a Lego Titanic at the top of the cabinet. It's impressive. I find out it's been built by Rusna and Niamh's, possibly during a pinching ceasefire not too long ago. I have to say here that Rusna looks after her brothers when her mum and dad are out, and she is an excellent and loving big sister. The whole house is full of art. There's a framed Caravaggio. But my favourite painting is of this glorious peregrine falcon. It flies low over the lake, and its image is split in 2. And in that moment, it belongs to both the sky and the water. It's in 2 places, here and there. Ireland and Lithuania, perhaps? Both and neither? Maybe. Is there a yearning to go home? Or a will to make home wherever they go? And even if people say, you're not Irish, or it's cultural, you're not Irish, you wouldn't understand, they still have a strong sense of who they are, where they're from, and where they're going. It's funny. I've got a lot of that too. You're not Irish, that kind of things. I grew up in a tiny village in Wicklow. And for years, we were the only culturally different people there. I just assumed I was Irish, and that my mum was Ghana. Like, I didn't know what the word black meant until I went to primary school. Picture it! The bell goes, lunchtime. Little yard is packed. Children screaming, ah! I've been here 2 weeks. And after bawling, crying every morning when my mum left, I'm finally used to this. Let's play chasing! Chasing was the best. You had to be very fast and cunning. Who's King Dipper? I was fast. And people liked that. Liked me for that. Today, I was going to step forward and put myself up for the position of King Dipper. Seize the day, carpe diem, all that jazz. I'll do it. I'll be King Dipper. So I did. Dip, dip, dip. The pre-dip ritual. Very important. Everyone's gathered around a circle. Dip, dip, dip. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catcha. The word in the rhyme wasn't always tigger. When I said the N-word, I didn't know what it meant. But when I said the N-word, the whole circle exploded. You can't say that. You can't say that. Say what? I said. That word. Which one? Eeny? Meeny? No, the N-word. The N. But you all said it. But you can't say it. Why? What does it mean? It means a black piece of poo. I paused. I was like, not because it's like, how does a 5-year-old know this? I was genuinely like, what does that have to do with me? Well, you're black. Am I? I looked down at my hands. Yeah, not really. I wasn't black. The blackboard was black. My school bag was black. My mum's Volkswagen Beetle was black. I wasn't black. My mum wasn't even black, really. She was like 65% cocoa, and I was like a dairy milk bar. Brown, if anything. I'm not black, I said. You are, though. And you shouldn't say that because you're black. But you guys said it. We aren't black, though. We aren't black. We, as the collective, are different to you. You are other. At 5, I realised what it felt like to be different. Not from here, an outsider. How Aista sometimes feels, perhaps. Maybe. I hope Neelis, Kiris and Rusta never feel that way. I hope my son will never. Aista and Ramanas are Lithuanian. My mum is Ghanaian. They're sometimes called, and their children are the children of immigrants. An immigrant is an interesting word, isn't it? I've been called an immigrant, but I'm not. But the word immigration just means to move from one place to the other. But the word has been weaponized. My mum and dad fell in love in Heidelberg. I was conceived, and then my mum came back with my dad to a tiny cottage in Wicklow, where me and my 4 brothers were born and raised. My mum moved for love, not money. She wasn't fleeing a war. In the 80s, my dad emigrated to Chicago. There was no work here, so he up and left. He was an economic migrant. And that's a dirty word now too. As if to leave one's home of, like, uprooting isn't enough. How you leave is judged. You have to relocate in the right way. We don't realise the very act of leaving one's home, like Aista and Ramanas have done, is monumental. That of uprooting, of tearing, it hurts. It's not done lightly. And if they could, they would go. Just like my dad in Chicago longed for home. Just like the countless Irish who left to America and London, Australia, who were scattered like seeds across the planet, longed for home. The economic migrants fleeing here in their droves, fleeing an Ireland that had nothing for them. No job prospects, no future, no life. There's no difference in Neelis' parents' stories and those Irish stories. It's the story of a people searching for a better life. A life of security, of opportunity, of hope, of stuff they can't find but would love to find in their homeland. Wherever that may be. So, when we see someone who is culturally different, let's hold our tongue and just consider what it's like for them or their parents to be here. We are all citizens of this earth. We all bleed and breathe the same. We all have a right to be here. Day 1. Today I saw a poster in town. It said, "Join the army." So I did. Neelis writes these amazing World War I journals that he types out on a Sperry Remington typewriter that he got for Christmas. Coolest present ever. This is an excerpt from one of his journals, and this is based on All Quiet on the Western Front, which is Neelis' favourite film. Today, I saw a poster in town. It said, join the army. So I did. And I added a note in my diary that I wanted to be the best soldier ever. When I saw my friends, they all had their uniforms folded and ready to go. We put them on, and then the general started speaking. Soldiers, are you ready to protect Germany and the future of Deutschland? Niels, in my view, is a creative genius. He has wit, he's very clever, very funny, he has a way with words. He's 10 years of age, he's in 4th class in Ladies Well National School. His teacher is Pippa. His favourite subject is history, and his best friend is Caleb. And it was such an honour to get to know and work with Niels. And I hope I can see other stories that he creates in that type of work. Thank you.